In a recent video, I picked up this copy of Haze on the PlayStation 3 from my local CEX for just £1, and it got me thinking, how many amazing games, maybe not this one, but how many amazing games can you buy on the PS3 for just £1 to £2? There's this general consensus in the retro game collection scene and game collecting in general that if you're not spending 10, 20, sometimes upwards of £100 on a game, you're just buying shelf filler, shovelware. So I want to try and prove that you can build a killer collection on a budget in today's video. I want to see how many amazing PS3 games I can buy for £2 or under per title. So let's get the bag ready, let's get the car loaded, and let's see, can you build an amazing game collection in 2026 on a budget? Let's see what we can find, man. There are over 1,000 games in the full PAL PS3 set. My local retro gaming store in Vintage Gamer has probably around 500 games in stock on the PS3, so it made sense to hit this fantastic retro video game store up before heading to Hellzone CEX. Who remembers playing Warhawk on the PlayStation 3? This was probably one of the first multiplayer games I ever played, and it completely blew my tiny mind. I'd never seen anything so big before. I'd never seen so many players in a multiplayer game. I was late to multiplayer getting the internet back in around 2008, so this game was truly revolutionary, man. Probably no servers, there's probably no one playing this game, but it might make for an interesting video in the future to see, can you still play the PS3 online in 2026? There's got to be at least 2,000 games in these two rooms, so let's get digging. There's quite a few people collecting platinums on the PS3. Not my cup of tea, but let me know down below if you collect platinums. There's also quite a few people collecting for the essentials. Again, not my bag, but I know it is quite a popular subset to collect for on the PS3. So that was Vintage Gamer. As you can see, I've got a bag load. I've got 8 PS3 games, all £2 or under at CEX, so we're all good. But man, there's levels to this hobby. So here's me buying £1, £1.50 PS3 games, and then a guy, shout out to you, mate, you do watch the channel, rocks up with boxes and boxes of promotional pieces from PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, just everything. I've never seen hardly any of it, and I'm like, man, there's levels to this hobby. So yeah, Vintage Gamer, always crazy. And then James rocks up, because anytime you go to Vintage Gamer, James, the man, is there. Just, I had to get out there, it was getting dangerous, and I took my bag of £1.50 games and just got out of there. But Vintage Gamer, I've got loads coming up over the next few weeks. They've got a big job lot coming up, so maybe we'll go down there, take a look, but could get very expensive. Let's keep it going. Hellzone CEX, let's see what we can add to this £2 PS3 challenge. Man, Vintage Gamer always makes me so happy. I either go there and I get a ton of games, or I see things that I've never seen before, or all of the above, and today was no different. It just shows you the different ends of collecting. Here's me trying to strike a deal for £1, £1.50 PS3 games, and then there's 7, 8 boxes being brought in of rare, never seen before promotional pieces. Just, yeah, it's just crazy, man. But I love going to Vintage Gamer. It's my local retro gaming shop, and every time I leave, I come away with some brilliant games. So a couple of these I've been wanting to play on the PS3 for quite a while. With it being the 20-year anniversary of the PlayStation 3 this year, I've just become very nostalgic and very reflective about the PS3. I got 7 games for £10, and each of these are either £2 or under at CEX, so you can still find these at CEX for £2 or under. So I haven't played this one, so Killzone 2 for £1.50 at CEX. I haven't played a Killzone game before, and I think I need to right that wrong. I love those PS3 first-person shooters. We might be seeing a couple more in this video, and this is a far cry from the last Killzone game I picked up on the PS3. Last year, I picked up Killzone on the PS3 as part of the Classics HD lineup, and that bad boy cost me £120, so £1.50, what's not to love? And Killzone is one of these franchises that is just dead on the PlayStation now. Since Shadowfall on the PS4, I don't think we've seen a Killzone game, and Sony aren't really known for their first-party, first-person shooters, so let me know down below if you play Killzone 2. Another game I know nothing about, it's £1 at CEX, so hey, what you got to lose, and that game is Brink. Brink from Bethesda for £1. Is it bad? Is it any good? Is it, dare I say, a hidden gem? I don't know. So again, let me know down below. But I remember seeing this game when it came out in 2010, I want to say. I also remember seeing Bulletstorm, and these two games looked very similar. Maybe I'm getting my memory wrong, but I know nothing about this game. But again, for £1, have you got anything to lose? This is also available on the Xbox 360, I want to say. I don't know how much it goes for on that console, so check it out if you're more Team Green. But yeah, for £1, even if it's terrible, it's a good replacement case. From a game I know nothing about to a game I know a decent amount about, and a game I really want to play. After I'm done with the current game I'm playing, which is Infamous, I want to play this because I do really love these types of games, and that game is Heavy Rain for £1.50. The Ogami killer has left a city terrorised, the police are running out of leads, and now a new victim has disappeared. The tension-soaked hunt for Sean Mars will lead 4 unconnected people in a dangerous battle of wits, where each will be confronted by the same question: how far are you prepared to go for love? So another staple on the PlayStation I've never played before, and after playing Dispatch earlier this year, it made me realise how much I love these adventure, choice and consequence games where there might not be the most amount of gameplay, but I do really enjoy playing these games. Think The Walking Dead, The Wolf Among Us, and I'm really intrigued to check out Heavy Rain. I love a murder mystery, who doesn't? My missus loves crime documentaries and just seeing these weird psychopathic murderers, so yeah, hopefully this is pretty good. And I know these developers are known for these kind of games with Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, Detroit Become Human, so hopefully this one holds up, and let me know down below if you played Heavy Rain. Another game from Bethesda, but this one I have played, and I have got some quite fond memories of playing this back in the day, and again, for £1.50 we got Rage. Reading the back of this, it says winner of more than 20 E3 awards, so that has to stand for something, right? And I remember picking this up. I actually got the platinum version, which is there, but I got this back in the day at Game Station of all places. RIP Game Station, but I really enjoyed this game. It's a nice tight 8 to 10 hour game set in a post-apocalyptic world, and it reminded me of Fallout, but without the big open world, and it's kind of like Mad Max, and you've got some crazy weapons, and I do remember having a good time with this. I don't know why it's only £1.50, not too sure, but again, let me know down below if you played this. I'm going to do the next 2 pickups together because I don't really know anything about either of these, and they're both £2, so we got Red Faction, Armageddon, and Dead Rising 2. So 2 very different games. So Red Faction, Armageddon. I know there's a lot of love for these because Red Faction has got a very unique mechanic where you can destroy pretty much any building in the environment. I don't know if Armageddon is a good one or a bad one, so again, let me know. And Dead Rising is a series I really need to check out. It's zombies, and I think when this came out in 2010, it was definitely at the height of the zombie craze. My good friend Connor absolutely loves Dead Rising. I'm not too sure if the second one is as good as the first one, and I think this is the only one that came out on the PS3. I think there's also Dead Rising 2 off the record. I'll put a screenshot here. I don't know how much that is, but probably not too much more than £2, but I need to check out Dead Rising. We of course got the remake of the first one in 2024. That looked pretty decent, but Connor said to just check out the original because I think they did some changes to the remake to make it a bit more easier. So yeah, again, let me know down below if you checked out any of these, but I think for £10 we've got 7 very good games that show you don't need to spend an arm and a leg to get some great PS3 games. So like I always say, if you're in the Hellzone area, you need to check out Vintage Gamer. They are an incredible independent retro gaming shop. I just love going there. But now let's head to Hellzone. Let's see if we can pick up some more bargain PS3 games from Hellzone CEX. While not the biggest CEX, Hellzone do have around 113 games in stock for the PS3, so let's dive right in, man. are Burnout Paradise, man. Unfortunately, this cover was absolutely battered, but I definitely would have picked this up for the budget challenge. But this is a great game. I remember playing this back in the day in 2008, just an absolute fantastic title. It was the first time I ever played an open world racing game, and it just fit, and it just made sense for Burnout. You still had the over-the-top carnage, the demolition mode, you could still take down people, and it was just so much fun, man. And this had a banging soundtrack, man. It just hit the right time for me, being a young lad, 12, 13, absolutely unreal title. These couple of titles were just 50p shy of the £2 budget, but you can still pick up great games for £2.50 like Killzone 3 or the amazing Gran Turismo 5. There are definitely a couple of games that are more expensive on the PS3 like Demon's Souls, and there are a couple of stinkers like these couple of games that I picked up for £1. They make for some decent replacement PS3 cases, but not much else in my opinion. So that was Hellzone CEX. As you can see, got an absolute bag load, so let's go for the pickups, man, because we did very well. So, as you can see, I did very well on this challenge at Hellzone CEX, and it's just a different mindset when you're going in and you're not looking for the collectability for the rarest games, and you're just picking up games that you know you're going to enjoy. And apart from one game in this stack, I played all of these games and I can fully endorse them. So let's go from top to bottom and take a look. I'm going to start with a couple of games that just scream PlayStation, just quintessential PlayStation games that if you're a fan of PlayStation, the PlayStation 3, you need to play, and those are the Uncharted games. So I've got Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, Uncharted 2, Among Thieves, and of course Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception. When you talk about the PlayStation 3, you can't look any further than the Uncharted series. This is where my PlayStation 3 journey started, with the Uncharted games. I remember picking up my PlayStation 3 with Pro Evolution Soccer 2008 and Uncharted. I'd never played a Tomb Raider game before, so playing Uncharted, Drake's Fortune really blew my tiny mind. I'd never seen graphics like this before. I'd never seen this kind of gameplay where you're going through tombs, you're trying to find Sir Francis Drake's coffin, the El Dorado treasure, and I just love the mixture of over-the-top Michael Bay action, explosions, the gunplay feels nice and tight, Nathan Drake is so charismatic, and for me, these are must-play games on the PS3. Unfortunately, I did have to pick up the dirty-looking Platinums, but I don't think they look too bad. I do quite like the silver and yellow spines, but this is all they had in Hellzone CEX. But for £1.50 each, so what's that, £4.50? Yeah, that's correct, £4.50. You can pick up 3 of the best games on the PlayStation 3, and they're just so incredible. I think Uncharted 2 is probably my favourite, but these games are 10, 12 hours and they're just so much fun, man. You can blow up so many things, you can kill so many people, and they're just a great time, man. So for £4.50, check out one of the best trilogies on the PS3. From one staple on the PlayStation 3 to another, I love this game so much, and I'm due a replay because I haven't played this since 2017 and it's an absolute banger. That is Resistance Fallen Man for £2. Man, Resistance is a great first-person shooter. The thing I love about this game is the twist on the World War II history and how it takes a series of events that we all know. We've all probably studied it back in history, back at school, and I just love how it takes this what-if moment during the World War II war. With it being from Insomniac Games, you've got all the crazy over-the-top weapons from the Ratchet & Clank franchise, and it's an absolute blast to play. Also, being from the UK, I love seeing places like York, Manchester, just places that I've been to, and with it being post-apocalyptic, kinda, I just love seeing places that I'm familiar with in the real world and going, man, if this happened, that would be very, very bad times, and it just hurts me that no one can play this apart from on the PS3. So this is still a PS3 exclusive, so if you've never played one of the best first-person shooters, you need to pick it up. Another absolute staple on the PS3, again for £2. I adore this game so much, and that is LittleBigPlanet. So growing up, I never played Minecraft, and this was my version of Minecraft, and I just love the charm and just the whimsical nature of LittleBigPlanet, man. It's a great game, and I just love the happy-go-lucky nature and how they got Stephen Fry to do the voiceover at the start of the game, and the music is fantastic, the graphics are so nice, and it still looks great. I just love how anyone can pick this up and have a good time, and every time I play this, I just have a beaming smile on my face, and there's just so much character and personality in this game, and how Sackboy, even though he says no words, he evokes so much emotion. You can make him look happy, sad, you can dress him up in cool costumes, and even though the servers are long gone, I just loved playing this. And I wasn't very good at creating levels, but I played so many cool demos, so many cool versions of games within the game, and just got to experience so much fun. And it was great to see the creativity of this. And I haven't played Astrobot, but I can imagine this kind of game with LittleBigPlanet and Sackboy fitting in that kind of game. And I just wish they gave it more love and more attention, because Sackboy's adventure was a bit of a whimper, and it just hurts me to think that's going to be the last time we ever see Sackboy. He's a mascot, man, a PlayStation 3 mascot, and just look at him, man, he's so happy. So if for whatever reason you haven't played this, quite honestly, masterpiece in my opinion, then for £2, check it out. From quite a few PS3 staples, we now go to 2 games that were available on the 360, but I played them on the PS3, and for me, this franchise just defined the 7th generation, just defined the PS3 and the 360, and I don't think they can hold a candle to these games in that generation. And I think the franchise is pretty much dead in my opinion. But for £1.50 and for £1 you got Assassin's Creed 1 and Assassin's Creed 2. Assassin's Creed on the 360 and the PS3, in my opinion, was peak gaming. My favourite is Assassin's Creed 2, but the first one was so incredible. I'd never seen so many NPCs on screen at the same time. Those environments and those levels were so deep, so much life bustling on the streets of Jerusalem, and who doesn't love being a badass assassin? The blades, oh man, just so awesome. And while the first one is very good, I think the second one is even better. I got this for Christmas in 2009, and man, that Christmas was amazing. Set in Italy, this game is just brilliant, so big and so vast, and again, it just took everything that the first one did so well, but did it even better. Better combat, better takedowns, a better protagonist in Ezio, and just more tools and weapons. And it was great to see various historical figures in that time, like Leonardo da Vinci. And I think Assassin's Creed, with the move towards bigger RPG games, open worlds, I just think they've milked this series dry, and it just isn't the same for me. The last one I played was Odyssey. While it was a good game, it was just too big. I think these two here, they feel just right. They're big enough with enough content, enough collectibles, but they're not massive. They're not going to take up thousands and thousands of hours of your time. You can be done with these in 20 to 30 hours. But yeah, for £2.50, hours and hours of fun here, man. We now go to the cheapest game in the stack here for £1, a game I know nothing about, but it looked cool enough, and that game is Deus Ex Human Revolution. I've never played a Deus Ex game. I know the first one on the PC's got a lot of love. I know it's very immersive, very similar to Thief, the OG one. It's a third-person cover shooter. It's got pretty decent reviews. So again, let me know down below if you played any Deus Ex game, and let me know down below if you play this one, because for £1, it looks pretty decent, man. Another game for just £1. This is a game I sunk so many hours into, and it's a game or a type of game we never really saw back then, and that is Gran Turismo 5 Prologue. This is an interesting release. So this is Gran Turismo 5, but before Gran Turismo 5. So this came out a whole 3 years before Gran Turismo 5 came out on the PS3. And this was almost like a taster menu, just to give you a hint of what was to come with GT5. But I've got a lot of love for this game, man. I sunk so much time into this and the eventually released GT5. So many great cars, tracks, really amazing graphics, which still hold up in my opinion. Looking at the gameplay, it still looks fantastic. I love the Gran Turismo series, obviously 3. 4 is probably still my favourite, maybe a toss up between 4 and 5, but back then we didn't really get DLC or games that were released in early access, and I was confused when I bought this at the time because I didn't really know what the prologue meant, but it was another Gran Turismo game. I had to pick it up, and there's still a lot of content in this game, and it's £1, and so many happy memories with this, and even this one as well. I picked this up from, again, probably Game Station, probably 3 for 2, so yeah, for £1, definitely check it out. We've got 4 more games to go at, and for me, this is an absolute must play. Not a PS3 exclusive, but it doesn't matter if you play it on the PS3, the 360, you've got to make sure you play this, man. It's an absolute brilliant game, and they did change the case, but got a copy of Dishonored for £1.50. I played this game back in 2013 on the PC, and it's probably my favourite stealth game of all time. I love this game so much, man. I just love how you can tackle each level and each mission differently. You can go guns blazing, kick the door down, kill everyone, or you can be a bit more methodical and stay in the shadows and use your blink ability to jump between the rooftops. And I don't think we see too many stealth games anymore, and the AI in this game is brilliant. They can see you quite far, so you got to make sure you use cover. You got to make sure you stay in the shadows. £1.50. This is probably up there as a top 10, maybe a top 20 game of all time for me personally. Just an absolute brilliant game, and I do need to check out Dishonored 2. So Dishonored 1 is a brilliant game as well, so check it out for £1.50. From one awesome stealth game to another, man, I've got a lot of memories and a lot of love for this game, and that is Hitman Absolution for, again, £2. I've never played a Hitman game since Hitman Absolution. I never played them on the PS2, so I don't know if this is one of the ones that people don't look too fondly on, but I think I probably paid close to £3, maybe £4 during a Steam winter sale. But I've really had a good time with this game. It took me about 22 hours to beat. Of course, Agent 47 is a badass. You can just stealth kill people. You can go in all guns blazing, shoot everyone up. But I think these games shine when you do it a bit more methodical, where you play as a hitman. You can spike enemies' drinks. You can kill them in very sadistic ways. You can drop them from rooftops. You can drop things on them. And again, for a 2012 game, the graphics in this look fantastic. You got loads of NPCs in the environments. Let me know, do I need to check out the older Hitman games? Because this one was brilliant. So if the older ones are just as good, then I'm in for a good time, man. And the final two games I've got for £1.50. I haven't played one of them, but I've played the other one, and the other one is probably a top 10 game of all time for me. Just absolutely amazing games, man. And that is Bioshock 2 and Bioshock Infinite. This is the one I played, and this is excellent. So the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 saw the release of 3 Bioshock games. We of course got Bioshock 1, Bioshock 2, and then Bioshock Infinite in 2012. I haven't played Bioshock 1 or Bioshock 2. They are definitely high up on the backlog this year. Bioshock Infinite, I played this on PC in 2013. I remember picking it up for probably a couple of quid. I think it was New Year's Eve, and I knew nothing about Bioshock. I jumped into it, and right off the bat, this game has got one of the best openings of all time. I just love the early 1912s Americano vibe, just the roaring 20s. And at the time I was going through, I think it was college, maybe A-level, and I think during my English literature A-levels we were studying the Great Gatsby book, and I was just absorbed within the roaring 20s and just that whole era, and to see a different version of the roaring 20s was very exciting for me. And the best thing about this game is definitely the mind-bending story and the gameplay, man. So much fun, and the relationship between Booker DeWitt and Elizabeth is fantastic, man. This is one of the best duos in all of gaming. Elizabeth isn't some helpless girl who can't do anything. During combat, she'll help you. She'll throw you ammo, meds, and will also help you to find your way around the level. And Columbia is one of the best worlds within all of gaming, man. And again, this is a game I need to replay. I keep saying it about all these games, man, but just picking these games up, I'm like, man, these games are amazing. I've never played it on the PS3. You can see it says PlayStation Move features, so maybe we'll crack open a PlayStation Move, add that to the collection. But yeah, let me know down below, what's your favourite Bioshock? I know a lot of people love the first one, the second one I don't know anything about, but Infinite, man, again, one of my favourite games of all time. Probably a top 10, but man, £1.50, you've got an incredible story there. So if you haven't played Infinite, please do yourself a massive favour and check it out. And you've got the second one, check it out if you're interested. I had an absolute blast putting together this video, man, because for an absolute bargain, you can pick up some incredible games for the PS3, and it's something I need to keep telling myself, that just because a game is expensive doesn't mean it's good, and vice versa. Just because a game is cheap, £1, £2, doesn't mean it's bad. In quite a few circumstances, the more rare, expensive games are expensive because they sold poorly. There's not a lot of copies out there in the wild, and the games that are cheaper sold in massive amounts, so they're more readily available. So I need to stop being one of these collectors that's a bit of a snob, like a bit, oh no, I don't want a £1.50, a £2 game. And a big thing for me this year, I need to just buy games that are good. If a game's £1, £2, it looks good, add it to the collection. I need to stop being one of these snobbish collectors that just want the most expensive games in my collection. Don't get me wrong, it's amazing to add 50, £100, even more expensive games to the collection, but all those games there look incredible, and some of those games are my favourite games of all time, and I can't believe I don't own some of those games in my collection. And hopefully this video demonstrates to you guys that you don't need to break the bank, you don't need to go out and splash the cash and spend loads of money. You can go out with a £5, £10, even just £2 pocket change. Some of these games are some of the best games of all time, man, and it's so incredible that you can build a PS3 collection on a budget, man. It's just, yeah, I had a great time putting together this video, and I can't wait to play some of those games, man. Heavy Rain is probably next up on the backlog list, but then, man, Bioshock Infinite, I'm looking down, I want to play Resistance again, Assassin's Creed 2, and it's just unlocked something in my brain. There's so many games that I need to add to the PS3, just great games for hopefully dirt cheap prices, man. So yeah, had a great time in today's video. But now I want to hear from you guys. What are your favorite bargain games on the PS3? Those games that are £1 to £2. Sound off in the comments down below and let me know, do you want me to do this kind of thing? Maybe increase the budget, maybe look at the best £5 PS3 games, the best £10 PS3 games, or should we look at a different console? Let me know down below. And while you're down there in the comments, if you haven't done so already, smash the like button and subscribe to the Collector Quest channel for more game hunts, CEX adventures, and everything else about video game collecting. And if you want to win some of the games from today's video, what you need to do, you need to like the video, you need to make sure you're subscribed to the Collector's Quest channel, and you need to leave a comment saying, I want those cheap bangers. I know sometimes we say sweet, but today, cheap bangers. Leave that comment down below, and in an upcoming video we'll announce a winner and I'll get these games sent out to you. So best of luck to everyone, and as always, good luck on your game hunts and collecting adventures. Take it easy, YouTube, and I'll catch you in the next one.